Okay, let's talk about how the Ieureal system works. Let's start with a miner. A miner houses an artificial intelligence algorithm. This artificial intelligence algorithm is pretty simple. All it does is make a model of whatever data it's given and produce a prediction about that data. So each miner is fed some data feed from out there in the world. Stock data, weather data, traffic, anything really. Sports statistics over time. I mean, it's fed in real time some data stream. It runs this through the artificial intelligence algorithm and produces a prediction about what it thinks the data is going to do next. It then sends this prediction onto the blockchain, which is, of course, organized, overseen, audited, created by the clients on this system. The clients then wait a certain amount of time to see whose prediction came true. Which miner was closest to what actually happened on the data feed that he or she was predicting, right? He or she, it's a computer, right? Every miner is a computer. So which miner was the most accurate on each data feed? And once this is determined, that miner receives the Coinbase, the reward. Now, these clients that oversee the blockchain also, through a proof-of-stake voting mechanism, determine which data feeds are trustworthy, valuable, which data feeds they want the miners to predict. Now, this prediction is very important because it's the way we can tell which artificial intelligence has the best model of the data. Without the prediction, without an online learning prediction that can change with the data, we don't know which miner is the best. Now, let's back up a little minute here. The miner can either send his prediction onto the blockchain in hopes of winning the Coinbase reward, or he can send his prediction to the marketplace. The marketplace is the link between the outside world and the Ieureal system. Here, anybody can hire miners to model and predict whatever they like. When the miner decides to send his information, his predictions, onto the marketplace, he can receive a micropayment in return. These predictions can go to companies. These predictions can go for research and development. It's open. It's open to anybody who has an Ieureal token that they'd like to pay miners to develop a model for something. Something else that this marketplace lets happen is that a miner may send his prediction to a fellow miner. Now you might ask, why would he want to do that? Well, because the other miner is going to pay him a micropayment. Let's look at what this might have looked like back at the beginning. So we started with a miner. What if he had received a prediction from a separate miner through the marketplace? What would that have looked like? That other miner would have been modeling data from a separate data feed that must be relevant to our miner because he's the one that paid for the prediction of that separate data feed. He now has more information. He can make more correlations upon which to create a better prediction to get a better chance of getting the Coinbase. The world is full of data feeds and Internet of Things and whatever. It's full of information waiting to be modeled and explored, but not one artificial intelligent computer is powerful enough to do this. And not one artificial intelligent computer has enough bandwidth to grab all the data at once. This sharing of predictions amongst artificial intelligent miners produces a hierarchy where those that are less powerful miners can simply do a prediction on one data feed and do it well and sell that prediction for a micropayment to other miners who are willing to sell their information, their predictions, to the most powerful miners who are competing for the Coinbase or competing for a reward on the marketplace from an outside source, an outside business. This hierarchy that is created allows the most powerful of miners to leverage the Ieureal system to gain predictions and models and understanding of a vast number of data feeds and make correlations between all of them. This naturally leads to the system being able to recognize abstract concepts, being able to easily recognize and understand high-level patterns in the data. Now, something else that's very important about this whole marketplace Ieureal idea is to answer the question, how is this system going to change over time? Well, it's open source, so no one really knows. Better technology could come online that just changes everything. However, the Ieureal system is built in a way that components of the miner, components of the client, can be switched out for new components. If you were a miner that is predicting a very specific thing, you might want to change out your very generic artificial intelligence algorithm for a different algorithm that predicts your data feed better. And with that, you can change out the encoding system that lets miners talk to one another and so on and so forth. But everything is interchangeable, and new algorithms and new components can be developed and put onto the marketplace where they can be bought and sold. This leads necessarily to an evolution of the Ieureal system so that it stays appropriate and powerful for a very long time. This is a general overview of the Ieureal system, very general. If you wanted more details about how each one of these systems work, the blockchain, the miner, anything, the marketplace, we're going to make a few more videos about that too.